All right, guys, we are live and ready to rock and roll. So we will go ahead and get started. So, first of all, welcome to today's training. I am super excited that you're here as I have some really exciting new things that I've been working on for you guys. And I'm just really excited and can't wait to share this with you. So, chances are you are here because you want to grow your YouTube channel, and you know that one of the best ways to do that is to consistently create high quality YouTube videos. Well, my goal for this training is that by the end of it, you'll walk away with a step by step proven system for creating high quality videos faster and doing it strategically using video story frameworks and AI. Now, the big question: have you ever wondered why some YouTubers seem to create incredible videos and they kind of do it effortlessly? And it seems like their channel just kind of blows up overnight, and literally everything they post just seems like it's gold. While on the flip side, it seems like you spend endless hours on every single video and you still struggle to grow. Well, it's usually not that these creators are smarter or working harder than you. The fact is, they have a system for generating content that works. Well, in today's training, I want to share with you the exact frameworks that some of the top creators are using right now to make high quality YouTube videos faster. And not just videos that grab attention and actually keep people watching. And the really cool part about all of this is that these frameworks are simple and they can work for any niche. Now, before we dive into it too much, first of all, why should you listen to me? Well, if you haven't been to my channel before and you don't know much about me, here's the short version. I've generated over 2 million views on YouTube from multiple different channels, and I've created and sold thousands of digital products from those videos. And I've been able to help creators just like you successfully grow and monetize their channels on YouTube using some of the frameworks that I'm going to be sharing in this training. So let's address the big, bright blue and purple elephant in the room. YouTube is hard, right? Creating content is hard. And if you didn't know, well, 90% of YouTube creators actually quit within the first year of starting on YouTube. And it's usually not because they're not good or not because they don't have good ideas. It's because the process of creating content feels impossible to keep up with it. And think about it, guys. You sit down to plan your video and you stare at a blank page, not knowing where to start, and you spend countless hours filming and editing only to upload your video and watch it sink into the YouTube abyss with barely any views. Or even worse, like you're creating content, but you feel stuck, like you're on a never-ending content treadmill, constantly creating, but never seeing real growth. And I probably struck a chord with some of you there because we've all been there, right? If we've tried this YouTube game, it's hard, right? It's the elephant in the room. So the truth is, though, it doesn't have to be this way. Creating high-quality YouTube videos can be easier, and it can be faster when you use proven frameworks that actually take a lot of the guesswork out of the process. And that's exactly what we're diving into today, so you can finally stop spinning your wheels and start building some momentum with your content. And you see, most creators don't have a system, right? They're just shooting from the hip, and they're trying to turn their ideas into engaging, high-performing, retention-based videos, but they don't have a system to do that. But here's the thing. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. Today, I'll be sharing some of the frameworks that simplify everything so you can actually create those high-quality videos faster and actually do it easier. And guys, this is some pretty cool stuff. I haven't been seeing anyone teaching anything like I'm going to teach you about today. So the answer is video frameworks. And if I want to explain this in simple terms, frameworks are simply structured systems that take the guesswork out of video creation. And when you do this right, they actually help you hook your audience from the first second. So from the time they start watching your video, they help you deliver value in a way that's actually engaging and easy to follow. and they drive viewers to take action. And you can think about it like this, right? All good movies, all good stories are built on proven story frameworks. So what if we take this concept that is working for, TV and all kinds of different stories, and we apply that same concept to our YouTube channel? And if we do that, how much better could the videos that we create for our channels actually be? So let's start into one of the frameworks. So we'll start with the proof framework. And this is a simple structure to create engaging, value-driven videos that are going to guide your viewers towards actionable insights. And this one's actually one of my favorite ones. And here's how it works, right? Prove is the acronym for it. But essentially, you start your video, and I'm going to show you how this works step by step here in just a second. But you start with establishing the topic or idea you're exploring and why it's important to your audience. Then you explain why that topic actually matters and how it impacts the audience. Then you bring in the obstacle. So you're going to identify challenges or misconceptions related to that topic. Then you're going to actually deliver the actionable tips or insights to overcome those challenges. And finally, at the end of it, you're going to provide real-world scenarios, case studies, or personal stories for context. So here's how that actually works. So let's say that I have a channel, in the education niche, and I'm teaching people CapCut tutorials for YouTubers. And let's say that I'm working on a video titled 7 Awesome Ways to Edit Videos Faster in CapCut. And let's say that I have a list of talking points that I generated with ChatGPT for this video, and it looks like this, right? So on the left-hand side here, we have 8 talking points for this particular video. Well, now that I have this info, I can take the proof framework to actually build out the script for each bullet point within my outline. So let's just pick the first bullet point as an example, master keyboard shortcuts. Well, I can take this over to ChatGPT and I can say something like this. I would like you to use the prove framework to script the content for the first bullet point, which is master keyboard shortcuts. And since this is the first time that I'm using this framework in this chat, I'm actually going to feed ChatGPT what the prove framework is. So just like I read it to you, I can copy and paste that framework into ChatGPT. And here on the right side, you'll see what ChatGPT actually does with that. So it takes that particular bullet point and it writes the script for that bullet point using the proof framework. So I won't read all of this, but I'll go through some of it. So first, it positions the content, right? So it says, let's talk about mastering keyboard shortcuts in CapCut. If you're looking to edit faster and get your videos out in record time, shortcuts are your best friend. Then it goes on to back that up with the reason. And it says, here's why this matters. Editing can be time consuming. And if you're spending hours on every project, you're likely to burn out, right? And it keeps going there. And then it throws in the obstacle. And it says, now, one of the biggest challenges is actually learning and remembering these shortcuts. And it can feel overwhelming at first. And then it gets to the actual value, right? So it starts to give the action steps or the tips. Now, I don't know about you, but I know me, for example, we hear value, value, value. You got to deliver value in our videos. Well, we make the big mistake of making all of our videos just around the value component. And we forget all this stuff at the top, like the position, the reason, and the obstacle, which is actually the relatable parts of the content that we create. And it's also the parts of the content that actually builds tension with people, and it makes them actually want the value that you're delivering down here. But instead, we typically have our 7 or 8 points, and we just deliver the value piece, right? And then the last part of the proof framework in this example is it gives an example. And it talks about when I started using CapCut, I didn't know any shortcuts, relied on the mouse, and it took forever, right? Now, here's a little fun fact for you guys. That bit of the script that we just generated with ChatGPT, just using one bullet point and one video framework, is 304 words long. Now, in this particular video, I've outlined 8 points. So if I take 8 points times an average of 304 words, that means using this process, I could generate a 2,432 word script simply by using one of our frameworks. Oh, and by the way, we're using a story arc framework, which makes the content more relatable to the people watching. And the cool thing is, at this point, we haven't even written out our hook or introduction or our outro. And guys, that's roughly an 18 to 20 minute video script without the hook and outro even added yet. So I hope you're getting excited and kind of see the power in this, guys. This is super powerful stuff. Well, it's about to get even better, because now that ChatGPT knows the framework that we're using, I don't have to paste it in each time. Now I can simply say something like this. Now write the next bullet point using the proof framework, because now ChatGPT already knows what that framework is. And here's what it comes back with. It takes the next bullet point from my outline and runs it through the proof framework, right? So in this particular example, it's talking about using the pre-made templates, which was the second bullet point of my outline, right? And it goes through and it does the position. And then it gives them the reason why that step is important. And then it gives them the big challenge or the obstacle that's standing in the way. And then it delivers the valuable points that you want to add into your script there. And it ends it with an example. So just with what I've shared so far, I want you to think about this. Using a process like this, how fast do you think you could actually start scripting your videos? Right? If you're on here live or watching the replay, let me know down in the comments how much faster you think you could start creating videos using a process like this. And let me ask you this. How much better do you think you could actually make your videos using a system like this, right? Instead of just driving straight to the value, actually using these frameworks to build in some story, build in some relatable elements, right? So let me know in the comments if you think this could also make your videos better. Well, guys, it just keeps getting more exciting. I have multiple of these frameworks. So far, we've only talked about one framework. The proof framework is just one of them. So let's talk about the STAR framework. Now, this framework is a storytelling approach that's going to capture attention, inspire action, and deliver impactful results. So STAR stands for start with a captivating story that relates to the topic. And then that tension word I mentioned earlier, build tension by highlighting the stakes or challenges. Action, offer actionable advice, steps, or solutions. And resolution, show how following the advice leads to success or results. So let's check this out. So I can plug this framework into ChatGPT. And since this is the first time using this particular framework, I'm going to tell ChatGPT what that framework is. So I can say, write this section about auto captions using the STAR framework. Instead of a real life story, because I don't want ChatGPT to just make up a story for me, I'm going to say, frame this as an imagine this kind of story. And then I'm going to say what the actual framework is, right? So the whole STAR framework, right? And you'll see on the right-hand side, check this out. What it does, it says, imagine this. You've just finished editing the perfect video. So it's giving an imaginary scenario just like I asked it to. And then it's going to build that tension in. Here's the challenge. Manually typing out captions is tedious and time consuming, right? And then it gives the actionable steps and then the resolution there at the end, right? To bring the story back together. Now, here's what's really cool about this. In this scenario, I told it to imagine a scenario. But what if I were to customize this a little bit and say, now I want you to do the exact same thing, but this time I would like to feed you a real life story and have you detail it out in the STAR framework, right? And then I start feeding it the main parts of the story. So I say the main parts of the story are: I spent multiple hours manually creating captions for a video, getting them timed just right. And right as I was about to finish the project, it crashed and I lost everything. This was before I started using CapCut. Now, can you apply the STAR framework around this story and check out what it does? Right? So it's going to take my real life story and it's going to actually go through the STAR framework. So it's going to set it up with the story. It's going to build tension. It's going to go through the action steps of how to actually do what we're teaching in that bullet point. And then it's going to say, here's what happens when you do that, or the resolution. So it's going to say, now I never have to spend hours manually creating captions anymore, right? And it's got a whole bit of the script here. So guys, how powerful is doing something like this? How much better can your videos be? How much faster can you create content doing this? So let me know in the comments, are you excited about using frameworks on your next video script? And guys, let me say this. This is really powerful. I feel like these frameworks can literally change the game, and not for just creating content fast, but actually creating content that connects using powerful story arcs and ways to present content way more effectively. So let's actually look at one more framework here, the AHA framework. And this one is called the AHA framework, and we use it to deliver aha moments that keep viewers glued to your content. So think about it like this. At the beginning, you have attention, which we want to grab the viewer's attention right away with a bold statement, question, or surprising fact. And then we want to set a hook, right? So we want to build curiosity, intrigue, and set up the central challenge or problem that our audience is facing. Next, we want to provide the answer. So we want to provide a clear, actionable answers or insights that address the viewer's needs. So if we plug this in the chat GPT, and remember, this is the first time using a new framework. So I'm going to plug in what the framework actually is, but I'm going to say, hey, grab point number 5 from my outline and use the AHA framework to write that part of the script. And check out what it's going to do. It's going to grab attention. It's going to say, did you know that most video editors waste hours recreating the same effects over and over again for each project? And then it's going to hook them in. It's going to say, think about it. Every time you create a cool transition, color grade, or text animation, you start from scratch for your next video. And then it gives them the answer, and it actually shows them how to do this in CapCut, and it recaps it at the end. So it says, stop wasting time redoing work you've already perfected with CapCut's ability to save and reuse custom effects. So pretty cool stuff. So I want you to imagine this, guys. I want you to create your next video, and instead of feeling stuck thinking about all the different things that you have to do to create the perfect video, you have a system to script your videos fast. Now, on top of that, these aren't just your average videos. They're engaging, they're polished, and they're set up in a way that they will consistently outperform other videos in your niche, right? So now you're not just growing a channel, you're building something big. And the cool part with these frameworks and using AI to help you, you're not spending hours and hours on end each week creating a bunch of content. So think about this. How much content could you create using a system like this? And how much better would your videos actually be plugging them through the story arc frameworks? And let me ask you this. How would you like to have copy and paste frameworks that you can use to create your videos? Now, you might be thinking as you're watching this, will this actually work for my type of channel? And I can say absolutely yes. These frameworks work with all types of different content, and they are simply storytelling frameworks that make the content more engaging. Whether you're creating educational content or entertainment based content, it doesn't matter. Now, you also might be thinking, will my scripts sound robotic AI generated content? Absolutely not. These frameworks can easily be directed, just like we did just a minute ago, by feeding it in our personal stories. But we can also feed in, the tone of voice we want, and add in personalization to actually dial in the content exactly how you want it to sound. And in fact, these frameworks actually separate your content from a lot of AI generated content, because I can guarantee you 99.9% of people using AI aren't doing this, right? They're not going through the work of using awesome frameworks like this to create good content. And you might be thinking, well, what if I don't have a ton of time to focus on content creation? And that's another beauty of having frameworks, right? They save you time by removing the guesswork. So what's next, guys? So I've shared today some pretty powerful frameworks and strategies that you can implement right away, right? You can literally take the frameworks that I've shared in this video today and start using them right away to create some pretty awesome videos. But guys, this is really just the beginning. What I've shared with you today is only a small piece of the entire system and frameworks that I put together. And I have a whole lot more I would love to share with you. If you want a proven step-by-step system that actually simplifies video creation, I have something very special that I put together for you guys. All right. So I'm going to take what I'm doing today and I'm going to put this into a detailed, in-depth, over-the-shoulder style workshop. And what I'm going to do in this is I'm actually going to share every single detail of how I script videos from start to finish using some of the frameworks that I just shared with you in today's video. And if you join me in this workshop, here's actually what you're going to get. Not only are you going to get the 3 frameworks that I shared with you today in this video, but I'm going to give you 15 plus more copy and paste video frameworks that you can implement immediately to start pumping out high quality videos. I'm also going to show you exactly how to use AI tools like ChatGPT and video frameworks to quickly create highly engaging YouTube video scripts that drive retention. I'm going to show you how to actually use this system to not just post one video a week, but how you could actually get that up to 3, 5, maybe even 7 high quality long form YouTube videos a week. So I'm not talking about short form content, guys. I'm talking about using this to create 3 to 5, maybe even 7 long form videos a week. That way you can accelerate the growth of your channel. Plus, I want to show you how to generate endless video ideas. I'll show you my entire ideation process with ChatGPT. And, some people create content a little bit different. Some people are better working from an outline. Some people are better working from a full script. And we'll figure out which one is better for you. And I'll show you how to do each one of those methods. I'm going to give you my tried and tested talking point method, the entire hook framework. Guys, the critical first 30 seconds of your videos are so important. So I'm going to give you the hook framework, and I'm going to show you how to use these frameworks to generate process style videos for amazing educational content. And guys, let me tell you this is going to be real life in the trenches, watch over my shoulder type instruction as I script videos on screen right in front of you, showing you exactly how to use tools like ChatGPT and these frameworks to create amazing videos. So guys, I want to welcome you to my video frameworks workshop. And guys, this is going to be a step-by-step A to Z system for creating high quality YouTube videos with frameworks and AI. So if you want to get access to this, just head over to creatorsignals.com/VFW. And here's the cool part. When you join today, you can immediately download a document with all the frameworks that will be taught in the workshop. So the 3 I taught you today, plus 15 plus more, you can actually download those right away. If you wanted to start scripting your next video tonight, you could literally do that. Now, the first live training is actually going to be this Friday at 9 p.m. And that's going to be that over-the-shoulder style training where I'm going to walk you through everything. Now, you're also going to get lifetime access to the program, all the recordings, copy and paste documents, including all the frameworks and the step-by-step training. And here's the cool part. You're going to get all of this at a crazy launch discount, and you won't believe the price on this. So if you want to get that, head over right now to creatorsignals.com/VFW. And if I actually escape out of here, you should land on a page like this, and this will take you to the sales page where you can get access to it. And guys, jump on this. I'm going to have this up probably through the end of this week. I highly encourage you to jump on it now while I got the early bird discount. And again, that's creatorsignals.com/VFW if you want to get access to all the frameworks and the step-by-step training. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video.